is Jason. I am a channeler and I'm here for a daily dose of hope. Nice to meet you and nice to see you again. So, what is a daily dose of hope? A daily dose of hope is just that. It's an attempt to help you to find that middle path between the polarities that have been gaining energy over the past few years, and they're kind of heading to a peak at the moment. Things are very polarized at the moment. And oops, sorry. So just checking to see if that works. It works. Good. All right. So yes. So things are very polarized, right? We have the yin and the yang symbol, and things. Both sides are kind of fighting against each other, and there's just bullets flaring. What is it? Violence flaring bullets. What's the word? There's a song called "The Eve of Destruction," and that was a hit. I think it was in the 60s, but it was a song that when I was a kid, when you learn to play the guitar, everyone plays it because it's just a D, G, C, the Eastern world, it is exploding, violence flaring, bullets, something or other. Anyway, but it feels like it's that kind of feeling. The eve of destruction, everything's just going crazy. But what we have to remember is that it isn't really going crazy, that's just one story that's happening, and that we are the directors. So we can imagine it as if we are directors, and we're looking through screenplays. People are coming in and showing us their screenplays, and we're saying, this looks good. Yeah, not enough action in this one, and so we're looking through them, and we can choose which one we want. So when we're being fed all this information, we can choose the play that we would like to live in, and it's all up to you. Fear cannot be created from the outside. Well, it can be triggered, but it can't be created. We have to create the fear. It is a choice. For us to be in fear is a choice. And that's the message that my guides keep telling us is, what do you choose? You're going to choose love or fear. And those are the only two choices. And that's also from the Course in Miracles as well. Those are the only two choices, love or fear. Which one do you want? And the choice is yours, right? So today I wanted to talk about, first I wanted to share, because today is my day 333. So 333, this is, whenever a number like that pops up, I'm always excited, and I always go down to this site, the Sacred Scribes. She used to just have a blog, but then she created this site, because I think it's not just me who's checking this out. I think a lot of people are really interested in this. So this woman, Joanne, and her last name's not there, but Joanne. But yeah, she's got this really cool site where you can check out the angel numbers. So you can just type in the number, and then here you go, 333, and it's got all this stuff. I know a lot of you are also probably seeing numbers repeated a lot, and I recommend this. It's very helpful, and it's hopeful. It helps you to kind of get back on your path as well. So she's a hope maker. So I just wanted to recommend that because I think it's really cool. I wanted to talk. I saw a video recently about China, and it was about how a lot of Chinese young people are dropping out of society. I'm sure you all know that in Japan, or sorry, not in Japan. In Japan it used to be, but in China now, education is very, very important. And people spend a lot of money, families spend a lot of money, take out loans, they do all kinds of stuff just to get their kids into school. And it's a very extreme, the parents are pushing a lot, the teachers are pushing a lot. There's a large instance of kids their own lives because it's too much for them, and so it's a serious thing, right? So you go through the school, and then so this new generation Z, right? They're studying really hard, they do all this stuff, they do everything right, they get out of the university and there's no jobs, there's nothing, and so a lot of them are losing hope. They're losing hope. So they're just dropping out. They're saying, you know what, we're not gonna get a big job. We're not going to join the big company. We're not going to get married. We're not even going to get married. We're not going to have children. We're not going to do anything. So the whole point in China is all about the social credit score. But they're like, we don't care because we're not going to be a part of the society. We're dropping out of society. And I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. And the video is saying that this was their rebellion against that society. And I thought that was kind of an interesting idea. I don't know. I've never, I mean, that I just saw that one video, but from that video, if that video is true, it's quite an interesting thing. And I think it's not just happening there. I think it's happening all over the world. I know for myself, I was craziness when they happened, 2020, 20 to 23 or so, and even now. But I was disillusioned. Up until that point, I had put my trust into certain things and certain beliefs, and I just lost it. It's like, what's the point? What's the point? Why do any of that stuff? Why pursue this career or that career, and why do this or that? Like, what's the point? What are you going to get? You know, you're going to get this and you're going to get that. You're going to get a lot of stuff, and when you get the stuff, you're not going to be happy with it, and then you're going to want more stuff, and then you're going to have to struggle more. So basically, you're going to spend most of your time struggling, most of your time being unhappy, most of your time doing something that you don't want to do in order to get what you want to do. And that's kind of what I realized. Like, oh wait, you know, and what do I want? What do we all want? We all want peace, right? We want to be loved, and we just want peace. We want to be happy. That's it, right? And that's what we're searching for. And we think it takes all these different roles. We're kind of, we see something like, that's what I want. And we're thinking that that's what we want. But behind that, what we just want love. We just want to be at peace, you know, to be able to be at peace. And we always think that if we got that, then we'd be at peace. If we got this, not realizing that our peace has always been with us. It's like standing right next to us saying, hey, you know, I'm right here. You know, if you want to talk, I'm your peace. So that's what I kind of realized. And I imagine that this is happening on a grand scale throughout the world, and where, this is where my teacher often says that the dark serves the light, in that I think there were some people that were on the possible yin side of the yin and yang, who were trying to trying to shut down everything. And, you know, this is like their final plan to take control of the world. But what actually happened is people started waking up and saying, well, you know what? I don't know about this world anymore. It doesn't seem to have all of the things that I thought it did. And I think a lot of us might find ourselves here. I'm going to stop screen sharing here. The back that's my site. If you're interested, that's what I offer. I'm going to stop. Hold on a second. Okay. So yeah, so we're, a lot of us are disillusioned. There's, you know, and when you're disillusioned, it's a good thing, because you've gotten rid of your disillusioned. There's nothing wrong with it. But what happens though is you don't know where you are, or what you're doing, right? Where you're supposed to go. You know, here you are with, you had all these plans, all these things, all these wonderful things that you were going to do. And then you realize, like, wait, those things, I don't think I really wanted to do those things. But then you start questioning, well, what do I really want to do, right? And for me, I'm in that phase. I mean, what I've realized is that what I really want to do is I want to help people. And I really enjoy channeling for people. I really enjoy doing the quantum healing sessions, doing sound healing. I really enjoy being of service, is what I've, in the way that I can be, in the way that utilizes, I guess, my own things that make me happy. I guess making music makes me happy, but just making it just for concerts and things is good. But to actually have it with the intention of healing is a whole different idea. And channeling as well, bringing forth messages for people. So that's all I've realized so far, is that I want to be in service somehow, and in active service. I think I used to be in service. I thought I was in service with my music, writing my music, but I'm not sure if the message got across the way. Classical music is kind of weird in that sense, as you probably all know. There's all kinds of preconceived notions about what it is, and even with the players, and there's kind of elitism and all kinds of crazy stuff. And into all that stuff, but I just got into, you know, music, and just the fact that this music can tell stories, and that you can go to a concert with like 80-piece orchestra or something even larger, and just enjoy the sounds. For me, that was always the draw. I never liked all that kind of elitist stuff that was with it, but yeah, what can you do? Um, but a lot of people have a very negative idea about classical music, and classical. I know I've talked with people, and they're like, "What do you do?" I write classical music. Like, you write that, or the music that I write. Some people will say that sounds like hospital music. In Japan, they play a lot of classical music in the lobbies, and like, your music sounds like hospital music. So uh, it's like, maybe the message is not getting across. But I mean, that's what it is. But so I am blabbering on. Before I go into channeling, I started carrying around a silver dollar. Wow. For good luck. And it seems very like Marvel superhero thing to do. Like, I carry around my silver dollar. Silver is a very interesting metal, as you probably all know as well, that it used to be used for healing. And it still is used for healing, and also for clearing water. People would throw one of these coins into a barrel of water to clear the water. It also was used before antibiotics came out. It's an antibiotic, but now it's just like in my pocket. All right, I'm going to go into a channeling. I don't know why I'm talking so much today. So here we are, day 333. It is March 23rd. 323, and I'm going to go into a channeling and ask if they have anything to say, and maybe about this feeling that we're all feeling in this community of not really knowing where we're going. We know that we kind of want to be in service, but there's not really a big old roadmap for it, and the roadmap that's there isn't really, the one that, so let's say, okay, here we go. Greetings, we are Esmerelda, and we are here, and we are here, and we are here. We are what you might call a mermaid, but we call ourselves. We are what we are. There has been a bit of negative information put out about us recently, us mermaids. Understand that just as there are humans, there are mermaids as well. In every society, both sides exist, and it is the same with us as mermaids as well. There are those who are in service to self and those who are service to others, and it is similar to you as humans, but underneath everything we are made of love, and this is very similar to you, as all of the races are built on love, no matter how on the surface they seem to be built of something else. Underneath, inside, everything in this universe is built of love. So you are also built of love, made of love, to come to this planet. And you're bringing your love to this planet. What a beautiful place, what a beautiful time for all of you to be. And to answer this question about all of you feeling this in-between state, what we would say to all of you is that you are not alone. A majority of the people on your planet at this moment, and not just the people, not just the humans, but many of the beings on your planet are in between two states of being. And in between that state, they don't know where they are. The path forward is not clear. So in this state, what we want to all of you is to understand that even see what is in front of you, even though you don't know what is in front of you, what is coming next. Understand that it is a beautiful thing. Understand that it is all wonderful. Understand that has been said before and by has already won. You just haven't noticed it yet. And what is happening now is the slow reveal of all of the things that were hidden to allow every choices that they need to make. Those of you who have spoken already, who have seen this, that and you see that it is no longer, those of you who see this already are the forerunners, you might say. You have already understood that, but there are many who don't understand that yet. And these stories that are playing out are for them. And so what we would say to all of you is we are in the period of those catching up, those who have not realized it yet are catching up to where you are. In order for all of you to move forward, there needs to be a certain percentage of people at a certain place, and that is what is happening. And so at this moment, you are waiting, gently, patiently waiting for them to catch up to where you are, to the understanding, to the understanding that that old world, those old ideas no longer exist. They no longer jive. They no longer resonate. They're no longer a part of your world. And that these new energies are already there, but they're waiting. They're waiting for the time for all of you to enter. Now, those of you who feel lost, those of you who feel like you don't know where you're going, understand that these transitions can feel that way, but it is just a transition. And understand that this is a short period of time, given your lifetimes and also given the lifetime of this whole planet. This is a very short time. This is a blink of an eye. And we would say to all of you to use this time to re-energize yourself. Use this time to learn and to re-energize yourself. This is a wonderful time. You have lots of time. You don't know what you're supposed to do. Why not learn? Why not learn more and more of the things that you feel drawn to? This is a wonderful downtime to do that, to learn those things, and also to relax, to just use this time to relax, to get deep into relaxation. Because when everyone catches up, you at the forefront who have been, you will be leaders, and you will be very, very busy, and there will be much to do. So utilize this time now. This is a beautiful present for all of you to start working on the things that you might need in that time coming. All right. So, great. Pocket of Peace. Let's do a Pocket of Peace. Pocket of Peace is a guided meditation that was started by Sanat Kumara. Oh, I'm really dizzy from that. My goodness. Oof. So it was started by Sanat Kumara, and there's a book by Janet McClure in which he talks about this technique. And it's basically creating a pocket of peace, creating a pocket of peace around you. So many times you might find yourself in situations kosher or don't feel quite right. You might find yourself in places where the energy is quite low. I know most of my workplaces have been that way. Like you can visibly see the air is yellowish and dark, and but what are you supposed to do there? To bring out your bowl? And no, you can't. So, but you can create a pocket of peace, and that way, so at least in that space that you're in, it is peace, and then that peace wants to expand. And so that's what a pocket of peace is. It's something that anyone can do. And so if you'd like to join in, please do. If you don't, that's fine as well. So by joining in, if you want to play the guitar, or you want to sing or dance or just meditate, that's fine. Please join in. These pockets of pieces gain more energy with our energy. One person creating it is powerful. Two people is very powerful. More than that is insanely powerful. I mean, the power to change the world. So I recommend doing it if you are in a situation that doesn't feel quite right. So here we go. Pocket of peace. I'd like you to take a few deep breaths. And let go of everything. Imagine that you are in a place that makes you feel the most relaxed. Feel the area, feel the air. Just try to be there, really, really be there. Good. Listen to what you can hear there too as well. What can you hear? What can you see? What can you feel? Good. All right. So then I'd like you to just imagine that you're in this space, sitting there, just relax, so feeling. And then this mist of unconditional love It's like a golden mist, and it gently comes towards you, almost like sunlight. Let's imagine that it's a sun ray. It's a sun ray coming from the sun, and it's gently beaming down on you. It's so warm and gentle, and it just comes in through your crown chakra, and then throughout your face and your head, and through your shoulders, and then through your chest and back and your arms, down your legs. It's just, as it goes through your body, it just relaxes every part of your body. All pain is gone, all sadness is gone, all fear is gone, all worry is gone. And it's all replaced with this feeling of peace, as if you woke up from a deep, restful sleep. Ah, it feels so good. And just imagine that feeling, and good. Okay, now I'd like you then to imagine that this unconditional love starts to expand. It starts to go, so it's in your heart now, and it gets warmer and warmer, and then that energy expands out throughout your body, and then it starts to expand throughout the room that you're in. And so now everything is covered with love, or the space that you're in, wherever you are, everywhere you look, it's just love. Look, that tree is love now, and that window is love now, and that desk is love now, and that river is made of love. It's a love river. Everything's made of love now. And in this unconditional love, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to regret, because you are love. You're made of love, and you are making love. So everything that you do on this planet is love. You're making love because you are love. That's all you can truly make. And so this love is yours. It is your birthright. You were born with it, and you had it even before you were born, and you'll have it throughout your life and after this life as well. It's yours. It's always yours. Remember that. This is your birthright. And this love is very, very, very powerful. This love can change all stories of sadness or fear or anger into love stories. That's the power that you have. That's the power of making love. And so now this love is starting to expand out, because it just wants to expand. It just wants to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going out throughout the area that you're in, and then it just expands out into the town, into the city. It travels by all of the highways and byways and river waves and city waves and subways, and even the frequency waves, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and even maybe 7 waves, the G's that we use on our devices. So we're sending love out into all those rays as well. All those towers that are all over the place, with the G's of the 5th level, we're sending love out to that. So they're now broadcasting love. We have transformed the energy and transformed the frequency into a frequency of love. Now, can you feel it? It's broadcasting the frequency of love. Everywhere you go, this radiation is now radiating love. And it's also going throughout the whole mass consciousness as well. You can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel the goosebumps? Because that's what it is. That's love. It's coming through, and it's waking you up, and it's saying, yeah, you're here, and you're made of love, and you're going to be okay. There's nothing to worry about. These stories cannot hurt you. None of these stories can hurt you. You are made of love, and you are the director of this movie. And this love is just waking everyone up, and they're just kind of like stretching, and they feel like, wow, I just had the best, most restful sleep ever. And I feel like I'm home. I feel like I'm more home than I've ever felt before, but I'm not even home. I'm here wherever I am. And look at all the other people. They look the same way. Wow, this feels so good. And I feel empowered. I feel empowered to do this thing, to follow my heart now. I've been following my mind, and it's taking me down all of these different paths with all of these thorny bushes, and they get stuck, and it hurts, and I get scratched up, and it's painful. But now I'm going to listen to my heart. I'm not going to go down those paths anymore. I'm going to go down the path of my heart, and the way opens up clearly, and you can see it. It's wide, and you're just walking down it, and briskly walking down. It feels so good, and you're looking at everyone else, and they're all walking down their heart paths as well, and you can say hello to them. Hey, over there. Hello over there. You're walking down your heart path as well. And this is our power. Once we do this, this is how we take back our power. This is how we take back our energy on this planet, because no one can take it from us. We can only give it away. So we're saying, no, we're not giving away anymore. And so we're sending this energy out into now all of the stories on the planet, all of the stories of sadness or fear or anger. Every time you turn on your devices, you see these stories. Now they're all love, 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 love stories, flipped up all into love stories. So everything is a love story now. Even though you thought it wasn't a love story, it's a love story. Look at that. How beautiful is it? Because all of the shadows is love. And so when we shine our light into it, look at that. It's love. All of these things work in our favor. They make us stronger and more lovely, more able to work through these times, to work through all of the things that are happening. And so now we're shining this light into all of the shadows, and everything is now opening up into the most beautiful paradise imaginable. And this paradise is not something somewhere. This paradise is the paradise of our hearts accepting and understanding where we are and who we truly are. You see, the paradise is in here, it's not out there. And once we just let it out and remembering, as they said, that the love has already won. We just haven't noticed yet. So we're just noticing. Oh yeah, love has already won. What was I thinking? Where was I? Where was my mind? Why was my mind over there? Why not just focus on the love now? All right, guys. So I hope you're hopeful. So that's Daily Dose of Hope, day 333. And ciao for now. And as they say in Okinawa, go beach.